Now that the YUKON II is powered up, let's take a brief look at the screens that show up on the main control panel. The first one that appears after powering up is the main screen, which you've already used to home the machine. This screen also allows you to change from English to Spanish, turn the laser on and off, and access the two operating modes, single cut and automatic cut. The main screen also allows you to enter other screens used for setting operating parameters. As the name implies, the single cut screen is used to make single cuts. You can control the type and position of the single cut and monitor the blade speed and amperage used during cutting. Each screen has a help button which presents an explanation of that screen. And the main menu button returns you to the main screen. The automatic mode screen allows you to program the YUKON II to automatically perform a series of cuts with one of 4 cutting cycles. The X, Y, and Z axes are all controlled by the computer according to a set of parameters you enter into the machine. The cut data input screen is used to enter the desired cut width or part size to be made when cutting in automatic mode. This is important when making multiple cuts, since the YUKON II will precisely align the blade for each part while factoring in the kerf of the blade. The Diagnostics Screen can help our service technicians troubleshoot electrical problems without opening the main component box. It also provides some basic machine control. Soft limits are parameters you program into the YUKON II to limit the range of movement of the saw. The Set Limits screen allows you to set these parameters. Soft limits are set for the X-axis to define the length cutting and the Z-axis to define the depth cutting. The Setup screen allows you to set step cutting parameters and the kerf of the blade. You can also recalibrate and adjust the contrast of the touch screen. The Position screen allows you to see the current location of all axes of the machine and the current amps being drawn by the saw. It also allows you to zero out the Y-axis at its present position to use as a reference point. The Amp Control screen allows you to program the YUKON II to automatically adjust the machine's speed as it cuts through material based on the amount of electricity it consumes. The computer will not only keep the cut moving at peak speed, but also compensate for hard spots or varying thicknesses in the stone.